Morning from Finland. Today is the day when we are going to be playing some. No. I don't want to hear my voice. Okay, that was a mistake. Hey, good day, people. Today we are going to be playing as we do in the weekend. I don't know how many people are going to actually show up here, but we're going to be playing some Dark Souls. That is the idea of today's stream, and in fact the game is called Dark Souls 3. Some people do like this game because of its difficulty. I've myself played this third game yet. I've played the first one and never finished the second one, and I've heard good things about the third version, thus that we're going to be going into that. And yeah, the beginning theme here is very beautiful. The idea is that the game is quite a difficult piece of cake. There are bosses and such in the game that I actually had this game for the longest time. I haven't played it. I lent it to my friend who tried to play it and never finished even the first boss. So this is quite a hardcore game, some people would say, but let me say test. Yeah, we're going to be playing this game today. We shall see how that all goes. But I really like the beginning theme here. While the beginning theme plays, I will be doing some setups. Yes, indeed. In this game, you create a character. You go through this malevolent world. A world that is quite terrifying, actually. So that's what the world is all about. And we're playing through PlayStation 4 right now. I think we are not going to be using online components at the beginning. I'm playing from the countryside, so I have some issues when it comes to that. Let me see the setups over here before we begin. And of course we need a thumbnail and such. But oh, yes, this game, my brothers are excited about this even after these all years. And I really want to find out why that is. Like, there's a lot of excitement for them. They even play PvP right now within this game. So that's quite cool. Livestream, new game, and eluukkanen. I suppose that is how we're going to describe this. And people still play this game, and I can really understand why, because it's very well developed. The way you are moving, at least in the first game, I remember it was quite adventure, so to speak. To be in the world, to see all the creatures, the bosses. The first game I really like. Hopefully I like this one as well. And hopefully you like watching me to test this out. It's from 2016. A rather big amount of players still play it, surprisingly.
Wispy Whiskers. A fair morning to you, good sir.
Wispy Whiskers, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? We're going to be going through this game, hopefully, in a good manner. Dark Souls 3, have you played it yourself? We're not going to be using any network features, at least right now, as we go in. Yeah, a fair morning for us.
Indeed.
But yes, let's look at what this cutscene says.
It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge.
Dark Souls, the imaginary is quite interesting, actually. Beautiful. But you know, this sort of apocalyptic in medieval times sort of feel.
The old words. The fire fades, and the Lords lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep.
Man, the visuals of this game is, well, I always like the cutscenes, even though sometimes they don't make any sense.
And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant.
Original OG. Hi, hello, good morning. Day is all wrapped up. I saw a notification about you from there. But you aren't live in my follow of the Jai. So it's
Only
still
in truth.
original.
Original G, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, sometimes the notification don't work. I didn't see your drunk stream only after a few hours later. We're going to be playing Dark Souls 3. Beautiful game. We are just watching the first cutscene. You are just about in time.
Will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh ember.
Yeah, we are one of those undead here. Yeah, quite a lovely little experience we have here.
Haven't played it unfortunately.
Oh man.
I have it on Steam and intended to play, but I couldn't get the controller to work, so I
Yeah, the
kinda
PC
gave up.
thing, I never really played these
Original
games
OG.
on PC.
Dark Souls 3. Is this a very new release?
No, it's actually from 2016, but I personally tell you, it's quite a lovely little game here. So the thing is, this game is, you go up as this undead around the places, kill bosses, and it's known for its very high difficulty. And Whiskers, hopefully I don't spoil the game for you if you have it on Steam, but I've heard many bad experiences on PC, especially the controller and such. Hopefully I don't spoil it for you. But yeah, we're going to be going through that, create a character and see how this whole thing goes. It's also known for its lovely character customization thingy over here. I'm going to be somewhat a close-ranged person in this game, which is of course very dangerous, but we're going to be trying out and seeing how that goes. I think of course, as the main characters usually are, like, you know, in the cover in the game, you know, usually this knight character is, so I think I'm going to be going with a knight at least.
Original OG. I'm going to be back soon.
Alright!
Just wanted to step in and say hi.
Hey,
and let you
appreciate
know
it.
about
We
these
just started, so you know it's still time to come and join. But hey, I didn't see your drunken karaoke stream until a few hours after that. Unfortunately, that was the thing. Perhaps next time. The notifications do not really work. But now, let's make a character called Richard.
Original OG.
Richard.
Yeah, no problem, my man.
Oh, good to hear. But yeah, we are playing as a Richard, this sort of person that, I have to admit, I have very low remembrance of some of the things on this game. You know, what is the most optimal strategies and such. But there's one thing in the way over here, which is here. Let me just take it off for the character creation purposes. So, thing is that this game, the beginning and the stats you choose are very important. We're going to be I don't have
Original
so
OG.
much information, but I'm
I
very
like
bad
the
at
name
this.
Babu, but we all have different taste for names.
Ah, indeed,
Winky
indeed.
face.
Yeah, some people take Shrek 102, but I think Richard, because I want to really
Wispy
get on
whiskers.
this world.
Oh,
and
I know
such.
much more about the game than I'm supposed to.
Oh, you
I
do?
can give you some advice if you
Hey,
ask for
that
it,
would be
but
very
only if you
lovely. That
ask
would be
for
very
it.
lovely. I try to make
I
this
don't
sort
want
of
to spoil this for
a
you.
British nobility person. And no, don't worry, I've been spoiled somewhat with, as my brothers have played it and I've seen it. Man, I know something, but not all of it. Not all of it. So let's not change the genders. Let's make him very aged. Richard is a very mature person. His physique is he has a lot of body hair, of course, as a manly man. And what else? Yeah, I know there's a lot of bosses. I know actually the first few bosses, the levels and such. I remember something. I have very bad detail on how it actually all works out. So some British
Whiskey
nobility
whiskers.
we are doing here.
So you're going knight. Good choice for a beginner.
Yeah, I have heard so. But you know, you can actually do much more complex character. I think we're just going to go with Richard. I think I want to actually, one thing I want to do with this is the can I actually change his hair to color? I always like these systems. You can actually change many things. And actually, you can make quite terrible characters with this game. Yeah, of course we're going to choose Bird because he's a Richard the Knight. And we need to have some stylish hair, stylish beard, like this one. And it doesn't really look like manly man right now. We need to change that. He needs to have this chest and such be huge chest, and his arms has to be good big. He's not a soy boy in physique, of course, because he's a knight. He has to wear armor, so of course he has to have some thing right here.
Wispy whiskers. I have seen people make Smurfs and Shreks.
Yeah, that's what they do. I think I'm not going to focus on that. Essentially, just like this, making a character, simple character, seeing how this whole thing works out. Because I know timing and such in this game, what you do, it really affects a lot how you do things. And Knight is a fairly standard one out of what I've seen. I don't want to take any magic, at least right now, in the beginning. So we shall see how I'm going to actually work out. Especially as the PvP is not yet implemented, at least I'm not online. But yes. Let's begin the game. Let's see how this goes. I'm up for any tips you got.
Wispy whiskers. His skin is orange.
Of course, he's a royal nobility. Of course, of course. Have you seen British royal nobility? They are like oranges. Apples and oranges. Of course, of course. So, we wake up from this gravesite, if I'm right. The visuals of this game are quite extensively wonderful. The atmosphere in this game, originally it kind of turned me off. The first game has some beautiful sights, like I do want some balance on the environment and such, but in this game everything is gloomy and sad and this sort of thing, so that originally kind of drew me away from it. But I suppose I have some idea now how to do things. So we got ourselves a knight. We can do some rollings and oh no, I already did that. Okay, that was a mistake. And what else I can do? I can change my weapon with triangle like this. Oh yeah. Then in the X I can just interact with things, I suppose, and there are some hitting things with R1. L2 we can just do some sort of a simple blocking. I suppose we shouldn't really use this, but this is something I really want to see, because I've seen my brother master this sort of like a blocking move. Like he can just like do this to any enemy, and he can just like even do this to bosses, and he can dominate them. And what's the running button? The running button is it's circle. Alright. Here we go. So this game is very open-ended. Story is very open. Here we go. We get some creature action. We can actually do some training over here. Oh. Here we go. So that is the move. I don't remember what is that called. This sort of stuff. But we really want to master that. And that's why I'm really trying to test it out. Also, in that direction, there's kind of a very highly nasty creature, if I remember right. Yeah, we're dashing, back roll, backstep. Here we go. Also, we can, I think, even jump. Limited. Oh. No. My timing was not right on that one. So yeah, Richard Knight is been sleeping tightly in the graveyard of this ash cemetery. Not a place he really wants to be at, though. Here we go. This is what I want. Oh yeah. And as you can see, we got some souls out from that. So I suppose if people are familiar with this game, you kill creatures, you get souls, you level up, and so forth. Very open-ended, make your own adventure sort of style of play. Oh yeah. So I haven't actually played in years, but I've seen my brothers to play this, so I have some, looking at them, I can kind of understand what they're up to. Oh yeah. And these are very easy enemies. Oh! Yeah, these are super easy enemies, so I shouldn't really be worrying about these, but we shall see. Oh! So there's some... I have to just get to use these. Oh! But yeah, you can actually die to easy enemies if you're not careful enough. I have to be careful. Oh! No. Alright.
Whiskey Whiskers.
Yeah.
It's called a parry.
Ah, yeah, parry button.
Select your enemy's weapon with a movement of your shield and make them pay for their impatience.
Indeed, so you can actually make them really pay for their stupidity. And I like that. However, there's some kind of... there's so few frames you can actually use it for, so it's kind of a difficult thing to do. Also, I'm going to be going to Bonfire ahead before going to that nasty enemy and trying it out. So yeah, timing and such, I have to get used to it, but I suppose I will fare enough. The first boss is quite a difficult one, which is, I suppose, ahead. But yeah, we are sort of these sort of undead creatures, if I understood right. We have to do some firing of bonfires around the world, and that's what we are supposed to do. We can really level up right now, at least in the beginning. And of course we can do some emotes if we want to and look at our stats, but that's no use at this right now. I'm going to try to kill the creature which has some crystal moves over here, if I remember right. We shall see about that. Okay, this enemy I suppose is a bit difficult. I can just cheese around it, so hopefully I'm able to survive. I don't really want to die too many times in this game, even though this game is meant to be died at, as I've understood.
Wispy Whiskers. Different shields have a different timing for the parry. Lighter shields parry faster and have a longer
don't jump,
frame
don't
to
jump.
parry.
Alright, yeah, very true. There's different weapons do so many different things. Oh no! Go away, go away, go away. So this ice enemy is a bit difficult one. This is for the beginning creature. Oh! Go away, go away! Alright. And the stamina game in this, I suppose, is very big. You have to really think about it. My sword is not doing anything to him. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. That's nasty, that's nasty. Okay, that was a mistake. So I tried to understand his kind of movements. And I cannot really understand it yet. Oh no 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 no! And you know, this is not really a dangerous enemy, to be honest. I just understand, looking at my brothers playing this, you have to roll a lot, if I understand right. I know about the different equipment, but I think in the beginning we can't really get much different of equipment. Oh, oh, oh. Here we go, we're doing good so far. Doing good so far, so have to look down to enemies, then run away a little bit. Alright, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Alright, I don't know about the story of this creature too much. Oh, oh! Oh, no, 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 no. Have to be away from that. We'll use our last healing potion. That's not too good. But I suppose we'll be able to win.
Whiskey Whiskers. The giant crystal lizard can be a bit tricky since its movement is erratic.
It is, and we don't really do much damage to it. I've seen many people do this sort of different runs. Oh, 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 oh. So there are like different sort of strategies. You can actually even at level 1 play this whole thing. I personally, I'm just going to see what makes me win this whole thing. Oh, I don't want to torture myself. But we're able to win this, I suppose. Hopefully the first try. Oh, run, 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 run. I think you can kind of understand its movements, though. Yeah. Run, 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 run. Oh, there we go. And then... Don't jump, you goddamn idiot! No! Kill him! Kill him! Oh no 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 no! Now we got him! Oh yeah. I think you're able to use Titanite scale for many different things. Yeah, we're able to do that. Sorry, I was just focusing too much, didn't talk that much while I was doing it. Hey, we succeeded. Good for us. And I think there's some souls there. Some souls. The soul is the currency of this whole game. And I was actually thinking I could die to that creature. So I was very happy, positively happy about that. But Knight is fairly balanced. We didn't lose that much HP from his attacks. I've seen some of the people that, you know, fight against that. They get pretty bad time, to be honest, when doing it. So yeah, positively surprised. Hopefully you as well. What sort of character styles you prefer yourself when playing this game? Let me know. Personally, I really like the magics in this. In the first game, I really liked magics, but I've heard they have like nerfed them in this game. So what we're going to be doing? We're going to be killing the boss, as we could say. I've not. I do not really know things past the sort of the beginning area. So things here. Oh. Can't really get myself damaged. I really can't get myself damaged, to be honest. For the boss. A very stressful game, I would say. I've seen, you know, I lent this game to my friend at some point, and he had problems even finishing the whole thing. Oh, okay, I did it wrong. So you can actually jump on that from up there, but I have to really do that many times, it seems. And the boss is down there. We need to, of course, collect all the items and souls and such. We have actually pretty nice amount of souls.
Whiskers. The most important aspect about combat is spacing. Find out your weapon's maximum reach so you don't need to get too close and can roll away easier.
Yeah, stamina game is here. Oh! Oh. Stamina staggers and all this. Of course, bosses have very big reach. They are very dangerous. So, yeah, it's not a piece of cake all the times. And this game is very frustrating. If you die many times, you're actually able to lose the currency, the XP of the whole experience, the game. If you are not playing hard enough. There we go. And firebombs, I don't know how much use they are going to be, but these fading souls and such, they're going to be fairly useful. Let me know what kind of styles you prefer to use in the game. I've heard that the bleed sort of effect, I've seen my brothers to use this sort of builds, as they call them, that are very useful when they have this sort of bleed damage to them. Oh no. Okay, I need to actually jump from that, like this, like something like that. I didn't really catch it. I had many times trying to, even the first time when I tried this, the jumping is not my cup of tea. No, no, how do you do the jump? How do you do the jump? It should be like a circle in here. No. Okay, I'm fairly just testing out some abilities. I remember from the first game I really didn't like the jumping. It seems I didn't even like it here. Okay, now I got it. Okay, so you have to press R3, L2 in the bottom. No! Almost. This game, one of the greatest things about it, it's very hardcore. The system is very punishing. We haven't really dealt with death, at least right now. I'm very happy about that, but you can actually really get some damage if you are not good enough. Alright, we got it. Okay. Titanite chance you're able to do that to some of those weapons we got, and hopefully able to find some good ones at that at some point. I don't want to stay with this build at least all the time. The great thing is that you can start with equipment, but you can actually change them pretty drastically. So now we're going to be going our first boss, hopefully successful. Whoa. That was quick. I really didn't want to lose any health, because I'm going to be having a hard time even for this boss, so I'm going to be just going back and forth. You can call it farming or whatever you will, but I remember from when I tried this some time ago, I did finish the boss, but it was quite a hassle. How do you know about this game if you haven't tried it from your stream? I'm actually curious. Oh, it's fading souls. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's go! First bosses, baby! I know that you can actually damage this boss before it really starts moving too much, and you can actually do this movement that you mentioned before. What is that? Deflect or something, I don't know. You can actually do this creature, so I'm going to be hopefully finishing it without it, but hopefully we're able to win. Ugh.
Wispy Whiskers. I would go with a standard quality build. Focus on leveling strength and dexterity.
Oh, no. Okay. I've seen my brother play this. Hopefully we succeed. Oh, the boss music is in this game is quite touching. Oh. Strength and dexterity, I've heard that is actually a very good... I would actually go for that personally. Alright, we're doing alright so far. We need to be careful, he has a very long weapon. I actually like that sort of... That weapon is basically... I don't know what it's called, but I've seen that be used by Chinese in ancient times. It's sort of like a long spear sort of sword. It's very stylish. This boss is quite hard for first timers. I remember dying for this quite many times because of the second stage. Oh, no. Okay, this is going to be the hard part. And the music change. I don't really much have to say, but I've seen my brother deflect almost all the attacks with bare-handed with this creature. So, oh no. Oh! God damn, I hate this. It's such a big reach. God damn. Oh, God damn. I need to time my jump. Yeah, that's very true, and that's why I died. Yeah. I should be more careful. The timing is very important in this game, and that's why that was my first death. Death number 1. This game is very lenient. No, I wouldn't say lenient, but actually quite hardcore with its deaths. Deaths will occur in this game quite much, actually. Yeah, I try to not to panic. That's just one of the very good advice because if you just go around too much, you just lose your stamina, and the stamina is very important in this game. It's stamina. You do everything. So I need to start it all over again. Let's just go to the boss itself.
Coco V Mike. Fire bombs and black fire bombs work.
That's what I've heard as well. We're just going to be trying out something. Hopefully this works. Okay. Another mistake. I need to roll on the certain moments. And again, I'm mistaken. Got it. Again, a mistake. I need to be careful. They're rolling now.
Risky business. I've watched lots of TV videos, so I know quite a bit about combat.
God damn, I always going to the wrong position. Okay, It's in, it's in. Stamina in, stamina in. And go in! Oh, no, no! Away, 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 away. And stamina in, right, good. Oh, okay, okay. Healing, healing, healing. We are close, we are close. Oh! I suppose, but not really. Healing. Go in for the kill! And I didn't hit house by a single time! Okay, stamina in, stamina in, stamina in. We got him! Nice, here we go. I need to still be careful though. I cannot use this too much to... Oh man, oh man, oh man. Now we got some level ups and the bosses will be sort of easier, of course, when you level up and such. But that was alright. One death, I suppose. That suppose works.
Whiskey whiskers.
So we're able to do that. Alright, nice. And can we do some emotes? Okay, how do we do emotes? Actually don't know how to do emotes. How do we do that? Oh, anyways. So yes, we got it. That's right, the first boss, and it's very punishing if you don't know how to time your things right. That's what I've understood. With some characters, that boss is easier. You know, magic users can just stay back, I suppose. But magic users are going to have a much harder time with their MP usage and such. So now we go towards our adventure. I don't know how much 7,000 souls is worth, but you have seen some PvP videos. I see. It's fairly active community even in 2020, especially now people are locked down and such. People have more time to spend around for a game like this. There you go. That sort of clothing, I didn't really see it. That's kind of useful, to be honest. Oh.
Wispy whiskers. /T forward slash.
/T. What does that mean? No. Here we go. We got that fading soul. But yeah, I really like the visuals of this game. It's kind of hard, and I was actually surprised that we just died one time on that. So that's very lovely. That's very lovely indeed. Very lovely. Yeah, all landscape in this game are very gloomy. Grey is the color palette of mostly used, and you can very see why.
Wispy whiskers.
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun.
Yeah, praise the sun indeed, the yellow dudes. We do not have that emote yet. But there's a lot of emotes that I really like. I watch my brothers do this PvP, and it's quite fascinating, the PvP culture in this game. Someone actually should do a thesis about it, because in this game everyone can kill each other most of the time, and still people have this sort of manners. They have their own laws and etc. on how do they behave, which is quite surprising, to be honest. It's you know, in a game that everything is possible almost, you would not expect that, but that is what's happening. Yeah. Doggy. Bad doggy. But yeah, I remember most of the things here. Things do not really surprise me, and that's why.
Wispy whiskers.
That's why.
Honor is for the dead.
Honor is for the dead, indeed. I don't really know the law in itself, like, are we actually alive or dead or what's happening, but there's many, certainly many things going on. Actually, I think you're able to jump from here, if I remember. Yeah, or something like that. There's some, I suppose, alright items in there if you're able to jump. But how is your day? I actually didn't ask, Wispy Whiskers. You said good morning. Is it morning in there where you are right now? Of course. I don't even remember where to jump. We'll just leave it right now. I suppose I'm doing alright. I'm just worried about the current situation, to be honest. But eluukkanen channel is going well, especially the streams. I'm very happy that we are able to stream almost every day. And now we see the Brunhild over here.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one.
No, hello there.
I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame.
One thing about this game, they don't really have lips opening when they speak.
The lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
So the idea is that there's these different lords, you have to take them down or something like that, I suppose?
Very well.
Something close or something. We have level 10. That is quite lovely. But now we could really try something like... let's see... So we don't need attunement really much, because that's for magic people. This is for the stamina. Stamina is always very nice. I think I'm going to take one HP to 500. I really like HP. In the beginning, HP is good. Strength is also alright. We could actually take that. Dexterity. Also a little bit for the stamina side I want. I don't know if it's a very good way to do stuff, but that's how I'm doing it. Alright, so these are the stats we're going to be rolling with. At least in the beginning. Spend our 7,000 zones for that. I don't know if it's a mistake, but that's why.
Farewell,
that's what I personally wanted to do. Now let's put our little sword thingy over here. Here we go. One thing I know about this game is that it's you'll teleport to places, which I'm not that fond of, to be honest. In the first game, places were most interconnected. You could go from area to area and see different things, which I personally did like quite a lot. I know that you can actually do a lot of stuff in this area, but I'm just going to go kill the samurai person first. And I know where the samurai person is. It's outside from on the left side of things. It's a very sad thing that there's no interconnection, because I would actually wanted to go there, you know, see a place to go on that side and such.
The law is a fine mess.
Yeah.
But I'll try to answer your question.
Law is a fine mess indeed, but I think it's a still fascinating one at that. Because if you have a messy law, the fact that you actually do not just educate, the game does not educate me that much on it, it's actually a blessing. Kingdom Hearts and Nomura should actually learn from this, and I doubt they will. I was sad to hear that the Final Fantasy VII remake had some nasty things going on. Nomura really changing the things and such. That's what he does. I'm not really a big fan of that person, to be honest. Changing all the unnecessary things. I don't know, are you familiar with that situation, but I guess me quite a lot.
Whiskers. The undead aren't really alive or dead. The fire created a disparity that separated life and death, and now when it's fading they are coming into one again. That's the nature of the undead curse.
Yeah, I suppose it's like, you know, when the fire was good, the people were like living forever sort of fashion, but now when the fire is kindling, everybody's like getting undead, and that's why we are living a post-apocalyptic wasteland, and most of the people become this sort of hollow that are like, you know, look at those poor bastards. They aren't really full of intelligence, but you know, that person is a bit more harder in harder fashion. As you can see, he has some good moves down there. It's a bit difficult as well. Ooh. Samurai Jack! Need to be careful of Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack, let's be friends! Oh! That was a good one. So that is a bit difficult enemy, if I remember right. Heal, heal, heal. Oh yeah. The heavy damage really doesn't do much of a difference. Yeah, we got the Samurai Jack is down. I really like the battle style, the style of battle of samurai people. We got an Uchi Katana. I don't really know how can we actually choose that. Actually, I don't remember. Yeah, it's a bit difficult. I think we can actually use it in double hand efforts. Oh, can we? We really cannot, it seems. Yeah, it takes quite a lot of time to actually do those moves. Which is nasty, so let's use the sword instead. So that's Samurai Jack. But yeah, I don't understand everything about the law. I don't understand about the lords and such. The lords' law in this game is quite ambiguous, to be honest. So yeah, this place is locked, I suppose. You can actually get to the roof, if I remember right. But now we won Samurai Jack, so we can actually move to other places. Oh yeah, going down. This game is quite something. A difficult little mess, but I like it. It's a very difficult mess, and it changed the game industry for the better. Everyone wanted to be after this Dark Soul-like a game, and still some people want that. So now, if I remember right, we have to use this to teleport around. High Wall of Lothric, here we go. And the loading screens, you can see all the stuff in here as well. I don't actually know. We did take a ring that increases our max HP. I haven't actually put that as an equipment yet. Might be the situation. But this game, the PvP community is quite interesting, fascinating, and we are not doing PvP right now. Oh, we actually have that on. Very good, very good, very good. So let's see, there's this sort of room where you're starting. And this is the area I still remember from the game, this sort of city, kind of undead city sort of fashion. High Wall of Lothric. Very lovely place. Actually, in online version, you can already do some PvP in this area. We're not going to be doing that. I think we're going to be just finishing up the second boss. That's the idea of today. And seeing how that works out. As Saturdays are these sort of relaxing days, you should all, but just look at the imaginary. Like, this is quite terrifying, to be honest. In here you have two ways to go, and I think there's only real one way to go, to be honest. And we can't really do much in here, so let's go forward, try to collect some souls. Oh, he survived from one hit, oh my. So there's some difficult enemies over there, doggies and such. We can see how we survive.
Whiskey Bistro. I need to go for now.
Hey man, it was good to... Oh, what happened to me? Oh. Hey, good to see you coming to the stream. It's very relaxing time. We can come and go. It was a pleasure to see you here. And I wish you a good day, rest of the day, whatever you are going to do. What are your plans? Here we go. So fight continue. So this is a way to really do some damage. I need to be more careful with my moves, to be honest. Oh, God damn, I have so much to learn. Oh, no! Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. I need to be careful about not just making the stamina go zero. And not losing all the health. That's also one thing. So let's just clear some area over here and see what the place is about. I remember there's some of the cancerous enemies over here. Not too difficult though. We are not that powerful, we need to actually be... Oh! That is a problem. I don't know really what that's called. I think I'm out of it. I lost all my potions. I need to be careful. Yeah, my plan is today just get relaxed, do not do too much streaming-wise. Of course, we're going to be streaming still some time, but I'm not actually going to advertise this stream too much. I don't know actually how many people are going to turn up in here. Just a relaxing Saturday stream. Oh, there's nothing here. The world, there's a lot of secrets if I remember right. I need to be careful finding the right one in right places. There you go, Duggy. Oh. Doggy's actually pretty dangerous. They're gonna do quick damage. Oh. Need to be careful of the doggy. Oh! Oh! Yeah, I'm not very good at this game, as you can see. Oh, no. Not the Genki. I really need to be able to win even first enemies, otherwise this whole experience is going to be quite but a disastrous one. I'm more used to these sort of slow-moving games. Oh, and my weapon should be much longer, to be honest. Here we go, some backsteps in. Here we go. And we got some titanite. I think we're able to make our weapons much stronger with that. Yeah, I need to really be careful of losing the HP. This kind of a practicing, testing how we do. We are not doing yet as good as we really should. I'm glad this is not Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild, you know, you could actually lose weapons and such. That would be even more difficult than it already is. No. This is why I hate dogs in this game. Not really. My brother was able to just play this game so easily. I don't get it. They are just able to play it and it looks so smooth, and I'm just such a slow person to move. Such a slow person to move around, I tell you. So many games have kind of copied from this game. Latest one, Fallen Jedi Order, if I remember right. Star Wars Dark Souls, as it was called. Now we got the timing right, so let's try to learn that timing from him. Alright, easy if you just take it calmly. Let's try to kill the most dangerous enemy over there as quickly as possible. Okay, it was not that one. Little temper tantrum over here. I don't really know how to really kill that, otherwise, it's quite a difficult one, to be honest. Run away! Yeah, I need to really... I'm getting better, but slowly and surely. It's still a challenge for me, to be honest. I don't really know how I'm going to beat the second boss. Oh. That's as far as I remember the bosses to be. The second boss. Oh. I need to use some time to learn the moves. Alright, so Doggy should be easy to take care of. There we go. Doggies, let's take them down. And that goes. So the axe-swinging person, easy to kill. Easy to take down with our knightly abilities of Rachel. How are we able to take down that one over there? Let me try to be quick. Yeah, we did it! So quick movement wins the day. Okay. Yeah, there are more creatures like that. That's difficult, to be honest. So we got a bow and arrow. I'm not sure we're going to be using that. That's clearly a place we should be able to go, but for some reason we cannot. That's great. And can we find anything in here? Nothing. So this game is very known for its secrets. Doing a lot of stuff, you can actually unlock many things. I don't remember all the secrets in this game, so I need to be careful to check every place. And let's go towards the boss area over there. I think there should be something there, if I'm able to. But yeah, like this game has a lot of secrets. You need to be careful of trying to find these. Oh, experts. Oh, I didn't remember that one. Be quicker with my action times. When you get older, the action time it gets much lower. Here we go. No one can stop me now. So we got some souls. We can do some level up spot. Let's clear this area at least first. We have streamed 1 hour. Some Dark Souls. Why can't we open this? Oh, we need to go to something else. If I don't actually remember what that is. That's one thing I've forgotten. Alright, let's try to find out. Perhaps that's the way on that side. But I'm still going to be checking this area. Because I think there's something else here. There's something. Yeah, that clearly is the place that you cannot really go to. Alright, got it. You can up from there. I suppose we need to go to the other direction then. Alright, got it. One thing in this game, there's not much background music, and that creates the atmosphere. Atmosphere creation is one of the high marks of this game, as I've understood. Only bosses really have some musics, and those musics are quite memorable. So far, stream is going well. Yeah, I just lose so much stamina, to be honest. But we got some souls, we can do some level ups and such, but I need to really get some levels. Yeah, that person is able to get those others to join his assault, but he really didn't get a chance. I'm quite terrible at this game, to be honest. There's quite a lot of good players in this. And I've seen some runs with broken straight sword even. Yeah. Quite many different strategies over here. We go trying to surprise me like that. Doesn't work. Usually swords are used for stabbing instead of slashing, but in this game, this is what swords do. And like when you use swords, you don't expose yourself like that. Like putting the shield to the other side. That's like the dumbest thing you can do, but for some reason that's the main rule. Destruction. And how do I get up there? I don't actually remember. So let's try to go that route. Of course, it's locked. So let's go down to the Goblin Town. Our residents over here are not very pleasant folk, to be honest, but I think we're able to fare well enough. I like the ambience in here. We got some. We got actually many souls, but I'm going to be using them only when the time is right. When we're actually able to get some souls from these and level up even more. But we don't lose them upon death, so I'm not going to be using them right now. Oh. Oh no, the archers actually can do some stuff with this distancing. Oh. Don't they know that there's social distancing going on? People should be on their houses. I will show them some social distancing. We are doing alright. We lost all our potions, but I suppose we'll do fair well enough. We cannot really do exchanging the hits. Oh, he has some extras himself. I didn't actually know that. AI in this game are, I suppose, alright. They are challenged. They can do some clever-ish stuff. Of course, the best enemies in the game are the other players themselves when PvP happens, when they invade the worlds. Not doing as well as I'm supposed to. Now you're on your own. Oh no! Close to death, close to death. No, I cannot die to that creature. Ooh. There you go. And let's go also do some level ups here. We are so bad we actually have to do level ups. I remember my brothers, they don't really need to do anything. They are very good at this. Instead of, you know, outside of me, of course. I have not much skill. But game development wise, I'm making my own game, of course, at this point, and some of the systems here do intrigue me, of course. I don't want to do a Dark Souls copy as so many others are. I think there's things to learn from this game, definitely, I tell you. Here we go, let's travel back to our little Firelink Shrine. And do some level ups, hopefully able to get further from this little bit settlement place, hopefully. Knight Richard is, of course, very tired of his journey, but he's undead, so he can actually go on forever. Instead of us, we have to always go forward.
Welcome
hey, lady.
home, I shall speak
hey.
better.
Thanks.
Very well. Then touch the cake now.
Can you help me? Let's see. I don't know what stat does the...
Farewell, Ashen One.
What does the sword use? I'm actually interested to see. I'm able to see some of the stats I have. Okay, let's see. So if I have short on, I go to my stats. It's 127. I take this off. I go to stats. Okay, so it gives that much, and I think it's tied to... Well, we shall see about that.
Welcome home, speak better. Very well, then touch take now.
Take Naruto step cell, alright, there we go. I think dexterity could be good to use, yeah. I need somewhat enough HP, so I'm going to be using that for it.
Ashen.
Let's do something else. Let's take all the cursed souls we have. So yeah, do not give that much, but I think we can use like use all of these. 300, not much. Is there anything else? Use all of these. 600, right, close. Can we get a level? Can we get a level? I think we might.
Very well. Then touch take Naru.
Take Naruto step. Alright, here we go. Alright, we have to actually get... Not actually, yeah, we need some souls.
Farewell, Ashen.
Alright, let's go back to the nasty place. Wall of Lothric awaits. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm just following around the current situation. It's kind of worrisome, to be honest. I don't know actually how many of you are affected of it, but in Finland things have kind of get lessened in a sense, but I think still the thing have to get close to what they were beforehand. And I think who was responsible of this, you know, if it came from China, China should be kind of responsible of what happens on this sort of thing. You know, it's the whole society is closed down. We have this sort of death virus and such. It's not normal. It's not what it's supposed to be. Oh. Mistake. I do not have my sword on. That's... Oh, I cannot go there. Is it because of you? There we go. So if there's enemies, you can go through this. Oh, that's new. But yeah, situation has to get normal at some point. This cannot continue on. Like if people lose their jobs, it's like of course the sickness kills, but like, it cannot just. The situation cannot go on. In this game, farming XP, aka souls. Ruthless business. Oh, there's something up here as well. I didn't actually know. There's a dragon? Is the dragon sleeping? Is that a dragon? Actually, I don't remember much about that dragon. Is that a dread dragon? It looks dead to me. I don't really want to touch that though. At least right now, it's not really preferable. By the way... Yeah, I've seen many clones of this game recently. Oh, I need to use my shield actually. Yeah, shield's actually useful. I should use it. Yeah, I should. I'm actually doing better than I thought. I've only died once so far, but I'm not, of course, doing much progress either. Oh no, don't jump in front of me, you mongoloid. We got some helm! I don't know actually, is that game? So let's look at the stats. We got ourselves defense physical 92. If we got ourselves this lovely helmet, we look adorable, I know. So 92. Doesn't really do much, it's kind of the same quality, to be honest. It is lightweight, but I like the look of it. Well, actually, let's just look like this. Knighthood is over. We are now Spaniards. Yeah! Finally, we get some hits in. Good. So if I remember right, I need to lock the route. Somehow find the route. Okay, well now we're actually getting to fight against pretty decent enemy. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Oh, that's very far going attacks. No. Those gather. Oh, whoa. Goddamn knight. I need to be more careful. Goddamn knight. Yeah, he had very far going attacks. I was surprised. I was surprised about that. I need to learn my enemy's movements in order to win and outlast. In order to outlast! So far, things are going alright. We got some souls. So this game is very depressing with its awareness, but it's kind of the theme of the whole game. So I don't mind that. Here we go. So everybody is undead over here, which is pretty nasty. Oh. Need to be saving the Estus, which is basically the potion that we are using. I need to be more aggressive. Like in fighting games. I usually suck in fighting games because I'm not that aggressive with them. In this game, there's a lot of room for error, I have noticed. So far, so good. So far, so good. We have one health potion. It's alright. We need to be more aggressive, as I've noticed. Yeah, we got it! Nice. My first night. Yeah, those enemies, if you just give them too much room, they are quite nasty. Oh! There's a lot of these enemies just lying around and seeming to do nothing, but once you really see, they actually are very dangerous. So we got some FPS going down. Easy peasy. They don't even try. Is there something else over here? Is there someone in hiding? I like the braking mechanics in this. Everything just breaks down like paper. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Safely going on. There are different ways to play these games. Some play more aggressively. I really try to think, but usually that leads to just more problems. Get them thieves. Oh. I just got some precious HP, but we got some trouble now, so that's good. That's good, but now let's see where to go, where to move. Nothing too much over here. We are doing alright so far. I should actually use the shield much more. I just realized. I suppose this is the end of the road for me because I know there's a nasty creature up ahead and I cannot really kill it easily. Well, let's try at least. Let's equip some things over here. Some throwing stuff. We could use some fire bombs for that enemy because, yeah, we need to be far away. Alright, I thought actually that would be a problem. But nah, gladly not. If you give him some time, he would be a very nasty opponent. Oh, and we got some fire bombs for that. Yay, 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 yay. So we're getting forward, we're getting some progress, we're going on the rooftops to seek our fame and fortune in this game. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, we got him, we got him, we got him. That's a very precious creature, usually hard to find, I just realized while I was running over here. So this old city looks quite abandoned, and it is kind of abandoned, at least from the living beings. There's not very nice NPCs in the places. Oh, he's actually damaging from the fire. I'll let him do that while we're just talking here and looking at the view. Yeah, very good. Set on fire, my friend. I don't need to actually kill you. That's very good. So we need to open the door from the other side. I wish we actually able to do that on this point. I think we're able to do that. We need to be very careful not to die, because we have no way of restoring our health. I'm just going to actually let that person die first, because he's standing on the fire. That's very clever from him. Yeah, very clever. Clever man. Die, 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 die. Richard has seen better days, as you can see. He's very, very tired. He's looking at these lovely castles and thinking, who the hell actually built these? Very lovely medieval cities, though. I like the looks of it. Here we go. Go down, souls for me. Go down, souls for me. Finishing move. Almost. Oh yeah. Fire bomb is actually really useful. Need to be careful. I cannot lose that much. I cannot lose much health any longer. I need to use the fire bombs much more, which we have, which is very good. Always have some visitors, as you can see. Someone is coming up here. Whoever that is going to get surprised. Oh no 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 no! Okay, I was the one who got surprised. Why I wasn't able to hit him when he went up, I actually don't know. But yeah, I actually went. Okay, considering the situation. So I'm just going to be running from here. Seeing does that work as a strategy? Here we go. Moving. Running from our lives. Oh. Oh, there's many of them. Ooh. Hopefully I'm able to get the knight over here. I'm able to get like this. So we are doing some quick running, not avoiding kind of the enemies. go. We still have 1 health, so that's better than nothing. I think we have an ember as well. Oh! Not the best spot. Let's get away from him. We got our souls, which is good. Always good. Oh, goddamn. And let's do some downpouring of... raining down some rockets. Or not. But anyways, like, currently, the situation is actually going nicely enough. We need to get past him. Oh. He is very dangerous fella, but actually we can just run past him in this time at least. I think we have to go to this direction in order to open the door. Let's do some door openings. Oh no 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 no! Many dead, many dead, many undead. Here we have all emptied our pockets. Some fire bombs will help us on the way. Here we go. So yeah, this place, as you see, is very weak enemies, but even weak enemies in crowded areas are going to do some damage to you. So that is nasty. But this is going to help Richard go far beyond what he initially wanted to be, and this is what I really wanted to myself to do. I can have a shortcut, and shortcuts usually are very lovely. Ooh, let's just run to the place over. So we got ourselves a shortcut, alright. So I'm actually further than I was in the past in this game, which is very good. I didn't play this very far. Goddamn doggy. It's better than the other parts of the my first initial adventure. I really wasn't able to finish that, but now actually we are doing alright. We got some souls. We are level 17 and such. So yeah, we are doing alright. We are doing alright so far in this game, which is always a good thing. I really like the game design. Hopefully. Of course, you might have seen these levels already too many times if you have seen Dark Souls in the past. Dark Souls is a very, this sort of like, you have to use your timing, there's crowded enemy spaces and such. There's a lot of things to really worry about.
Welcome home, speak.
Yes, I'm back home, mommy. Richard has done some deeds. Health is good. And I think we just get some... I just want some blunt weapons for Richard. Richard is like that. Here we go. Confirm.
Farewell,
we got some health. And what does he have?
Pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. Weapons, armor.
I actually very much like the voice acting in this game.
Lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch as I want.
Yeah, fetch some souls, do some stuff. So, yeah, there's some signs post over here. He sells some stuff and That is, I suppose, alright. We should go for the halberd. There's some talisman torches.
Ashen one.
We don't know which is the best one for our options. Why don't you go with the sword at least right now?
Well, a newcomer, I see.
He actually moves his mouth!
I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you. I am a smith, such as me.
Yes, indeed, he's a good smith, I tell you that much. We should reinforce something, but not at least right now. We're doing so fine at this moment in time. We're going to be still playing few moments and see how we're able to fight against the first boss. Hopefully able to win.
125.
Chipmunk 125. How are you doing? Good to see you. We're playing some Dark Souls over here. Haven't played this at all actually. So first time here. We are only died 2 times so far, which is good. Which is very good. How are you doing on this day at Twitchland? Yes, I'm playing as a knight, very simple class. My brothers usually play this much more than me, so I just wanted to do some streaming and see where I'm actually able to go with this. I suppose at this moment of time, we are doing so far so good. We're able to open the door for the first boss area.
Chipmunk 125. I'm doing well. I'm just farming on Dark Souls.
Oh yay! Dark Souls farming. That's good. That's good. What is your level and what's your build, as they say? I don't really. I'm not yet into the PvP. I will be trying that out at some point. I need to be doing some bosses first. Doggy down. Huh? And I need to find better weapons. This sword is not the best one, to be honest. Oh. Doggy! But Chickman, farm me some souls! Yeah, we actually haven't lost any souls yet, which is good. It's always thing in this game. 70!
I'm staying at ALVL 70 and I'm a mix of and dexterity.
Nice! Dexterity works! Actually, I would actually want to ask you a suggestion on this, because I'm a kind of a new person for this game, in a sense that I've put some stats to the strength, and I want to go to the blunt weapons. I suppose that's my style. Should that be the way to go for a person, do you think? I'm personally not sure yet which road I should go. But so far so good. We are doing some knight characters over here. A guy's got Drake shirt. He has some beard, but he's not that handsome. He's just some royalty that has been banished or something like that. I don't know what the English royalty really do these days.
Chipmunk 125.
Blunt weapon, it would be a good invest.
Yes, for a blunt weapon it would be good to invest into strength and endurance.
Endurance is the way to go. I haven't actually had to put next stats into that.
Chipmunk 125.
Hey, I appreciate it.
If you need some help, I'll be more than happy to help.
My next thing is that I'm going to do for the first boss. I don't actually know what is. Oh, I just noticed. Throwing knives. Always some good to have throwing knives. I'm going to do the first boss, see how that wells for me. I haven't died yet too much, but I haven't been able to fare enough well against the normal enemies. I'm getting better. You know, this game is get good, as you would say. As you would say. Are you doing a new game plus or something like that with the level 70 character? There's actually a surprising amount of people play this game, which very much makes me happy. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, this. Welcome in. Get some stabby time. Crowd control is very important in this game. I've heard so far it has been true. True thing.
Chipmunk 125. No, I've stayed on just new game on this one to help others out.
That is very nice. So you are this sort of like a blue person in invading situations. That's actually pretty low. Well, that is nasty, but that is actually very lovely indeed. I've seen the PvP community is awesome.
Chipmunk 125. On my other system I had a character on new game +6, but the save got corrupted.
Oh man, that is nasty. That's a lot of time and investment going to this. I don't know how many new game pluses you can actually do in this game. That's quite surprising. I think. Let's do it. Yeah, here we go. What that ring actually does, I'm kind of surprised on what it does. So we can do the examine thing. Lose nothing upon death, but okay. We cannot. I'm not going to use that. We have the ring of health.
Monk 125. I've seen people reach
plus
new
99.
Game +99.
Wow, that is crazy. The enemies are huge. I haven't fought that before. Oh! I haven't really done fighting against that beast before. So be careful. Oh! Ooh. Ah, I need to be more careful. God damn. Oh no, the fatso is coming. What is he doing? What is that skill about? No. We aren't doing online thing yet because I have a very bad connection here at the same time while I do the streaming wise. I could do that the next time though, unfortunately not today. I have some problems, as you can see. I'm not the best one in this. Yes, so the dexterity person, you must be very good in parrying and such. I've been trying that, but it's kind of loose at this point in time. Richard is very beginner when it comes to sword fighting. He usually had his brothers do the trick for him. Yes, that's what Richard had. But now he's alone in the world, in Lothric place. Nobody's fending for him. Oh. He has to survive on his own. Very sad times. Is there actually a moment that you should actually use the Ring of Sacrifice act? There are some very good rings in this game. I really like the effects and what they do. If I would like to get stronger, what should be my first option to do things? Let me know. Like the better weapons on the sword fighting style or blunt fighting style. I'm not sure what should I get. But yeah, farming souls is the way to go. Oh no. Not the Axeman. Maybe would we love to loot something to try, but like I've seen such a Hey, thanks for following. Appreciate it. That fanfare always comes when someone follows. Appreciate it. We'll be doing, of course, more of this game, perhaps tomorrow even. That's the plan. The idea is that, yeah, thanks for following. I appreciate it very much so. My Dark Soul journey has just begun. The Lothric Castle. I actually very much like this location. Just look at it. I wish only that in Dark Souls 1 you could actually go to all the locations and see in the distance and see, hey, I can actually go there. But in this one, it's a bit limited and the world is, you know, just you teleport around. I think it kind of takes off from the village, but it's still a very solid one. They were in a rush, I heard. It was expected, so it's kind of expected. It's expected. Oh, some fireball. Is that actually a firebomb build, I wonder? We can actually do a build that uses
Chipmunk 125. In the GAM 3 all the locations you see are accessible.
Oh, yes indeed, yes indeed. It's kind of easy, just like a teleport around and such. It makes a lovely experience, but it kind of I personally enjoyed the fact of the world being interconnected. But I think they would have wanted to do that, but they had some limitations. Okay, wait. What is the kicking thing? Is the kicking actually useful? I'm doing very badly, as you can see. One dead person, and I've lost full health almost. Where are my enemies? Oh no, roll around. So very much thank you for following things. Do you play, aside from Dark Souls, do you play any other Souls-like games? I've seen so many copycats of Souls games, but I think they haven't really catched my interest too much. I haven't played Sekiro, I haven't tested out that, but I think the parrying in that game is very essential. There's no like custom character creation, you are just this one set character. I wonder how they're going to go and do some Dark Souls-like games with that studio.
Chipmunk 125.
All Souls-like games.
Yes, I've played all the Souls games.
Ooh, me, nice. Even the Souls-like games? I played a little bit of the second game, but I personally wasn't really into that too much. The first game I did finish. And the first game, oh man. There were some of the locations in there lovely. Undead Burg as a beginning place, so very, very good. Okay, now I believe we have to win the fatty. Let's try to find the fatty on our side. So he hits a lot on the. We have to do this. Right. So far, so he has these special attacks. I don't know the strategy against this. Oh! Wrong move. What would you say is the... What's the best moveset when it comes to sort of a blunt person that wants to use hammers and these sort of weapons things? No. Here we go. I really like that armor. The look of it is very lovely. Is that just a one-time creature, though? Yeah. I was very surprised that there's a very active player community. Like, I don't know what it is. It's 4 years from the release of it. Is it just a virus situation why people are playing this so much? Or is it just a lack of good other games? I think it's just a lack of the good other games in this sort of genre. Which is very sad, in my opinion. This is... we should have more games that try new things out. Like this. And this was very surprising game design from 2011 or when it was the first game was released, because the whole thing was about putting emphasis on the difficult gameplay. There we go. Oh. Oh, we got a better shield! Oh, nice. Ooh, can we actually use that? Unable to eat effectively attributes. Nasty, we don't got that. We don't have that good shield, it seems. Here we go. Take my foe. The shields are actually made in this game very excellently. Like You still take some damage. You can actually stagger your opponent with the right shield used. Oh no. Take him! Right. Turn back a little bit. Well, there's actually very good space for a spearman to fire at, so let's just try to get him kind of unfollow us. Actually, we should use shield much more. I haven't used being shielded at all at this point. What am I doing? That's what you get when you mess with Richard. A flamboyant knight from the household of England. Let's go there. So I think we're getting closer to the boss area. I think we need to still go back and heal ourselves, but I think that is the place we want to go and defeat the boss at. That is where we must go next. So that is our road. That is where our road moves. It's been a good day so far in the land of Finland. I'm from Finland, a lovely country in the north. And so far so good. Some sunny weathers and such. I personally don't know much about the Finnish community around Dark Soul, to be honest. But as Dark Soul is still active, I would say that I would really much say that there's a lifeblood in this game, because this game is very much, the enjoyment comes from the enjoyment really comes out of the fact that you're able to do some PvP with people. I've seen so many interesting builds. I know that in the next area there's going to be a Reika, like this sort of like thing that peasants use. I really want to use that. I really want to get that. So now we're going to be just going to the boss. Hopefully that's going to go on our way, and I think we're going to be doing an ember beforehand. We have not that many embers. We need the health. We do need the health, yeah. Here we go. So far, so good. Oh, that's that. Let's go forward. So the boss waits. I don't know the best strategy, but I think I'm able to do it alone, I suppose, at least in the beginning. I know that you can actually summon people, but that actually doubles the health of the boss, if I am right. Yeah, let's not take any summon signs. We're able to do this on our own. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And this definitely doesn't look like a boss room at all. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not a boss room. No. Now we're able to see Richard very close contact. And his handsome beard. Oh, the monster designs are all wrong. All right, here we go. I don't actually know the strategy on this one. So far, so good. So far, so good. Oh! I don't know what happens when that meter goes up though. We have to be careful. Oh. Frostbitten, what that mean? fight, you foolish royalty! Okay. Charge! Oh. God damn, I need to be changing on the... Yeah, I died. I deserve that. I didn't really try to miss the hits on the right position, so my mistake completely. My mistake. Able to take that boss, I think. Let's not use any embers for that, though. We just need to have the skill. Get good and that's of spirit, as they say. That's what Richard has to do in order to survive from this hole. Go, go, go. So I need to really use the right timing.
Mr. Horace. Oh,
Derek, so we are going for the first boss. We actually just lost. This is our third death in the game. I'm counting all the deaths, of course. That is part of the fun. Here we go. Well, hello there, one of the Boreal Valley. Good to see you. Now, would you kindly just die? I don't know the best optimal strategy for this person. I should actually be very close to it, I suppose. Alright, we're getting better. So going very close to it is optimal strategy, I suppose. So far so good. Oh! No, 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 no. Away from it. The music is quite lovely. Okay, I can't be too close for him, let's see. Be careful. I don't really know what should I really know about the law. If you want to tell me something, I suppose. I was close. I kind of know the strategy now, but the second phase is very nasty. You can't really be close to him too much. You have to really parry. But what about the deep law? I have no idea what you're gonna tell me. Are you gonna tell me the 7 ancient kings and blah blah, long forgotten and blah blah?
If you want to know the deep lore, the undead curse was a shackle by the gods to take the potential and power of humanity, to make them controllable. Darkness surrounded by a ring of fire.
Darkness. Okay, I need to go back. God damn, that's what you do to control the masses. Knight Richard very much agrees upon that because he's the part of the British royalty, of course. And British royalty, controlling the masses is the duty of the royalty. So of course, I very much Richard agrees on that fact. But actually didn't know that. That was new things to me. New information. Right, go down the couple. I don't know the best optimal strategy of that person. Like, in the second phase, what should I exactly do? I really want to win this fight. And I think I'm able to do that. I just need to be careful enough, flamboyant enough, and use natural royal skills that have been given by the gods to the royalty of this world, of course. The peasants beware. Richard is here. To him. Oh! Be close to him, I say. Die, you bastard! Just going on a four legs like an animal. Richard doesn't approve. Oh. Right. So far, so good. So fast!
Organizations were made to uphold the rulers of the gods, who worship them and the light.
Die! Die! Oh no! The second fate! Oh! I was very close again. I didn't use any potions. After human civilizations were made to uphold the rules of the gods, to worship them and the light. All kingdoms of men rose up. Their very traditions, church, faith, and magic pyromancy were made by the gods. Oh, god damn. Richard thought that he was the god, but he was wrong. And gods were using him all the time. Alright, elevator, please come here. And let's wait until that other person goes to the death of himself. We do need more stamina though. Yeah, we do need more stamina. Actually, I'm starting to get the hang of this game, especially in the dying side of things. But yeah, 5th death so far. I was actually doing very nicely on that last match until that very unfair hit from him. Of course, I just get going. That's what you say to me, and I say you're right. Richard is a bastard, but he knows when he's wrong. Oh! Well, thank you, Bob. No. Alright, let's get close to the opponent. I don't get about this frosting, like what's up with that. Hey Johnny Peas, how are you doing? Good to see you. Peas is what we are not going to need right now. We need fires of war.
First time streaming or first time playing Dark Souls?
Yeah, indeed. And I think we're doing good so far. Only 50 deaths. Die, you bastard! Right, stamina up, stamina up. And go! So near him, under his belly. Oh no! The second phase! So far so good. Oh no! No, 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 no! Yeah, welcome to the stream, Chonsky. How are you doing from the D-Live side of things? Have you played this game yourself much? Woo! No. Yeah, stamina is very hard to deal in here. Die, you bastard! 2 times, alright. Hopefully you enjoy it. Yeah, I'm behind him. God damn it, he's an idiot. Back, back, back. Alright, with a person on 4 legs, you seem to not have the sharpest look. What? Oh! No, right. Ah! I should be just focusing on the creature. 2 times, alright. Have you been playing there currently? Because I've seen a lot of PvPers in there. Active. My brothers are actually very good in this. I'm just a poor little peasant, as you can see. Trying my best in this game. Yes, get it. That's what I should do. And that's what I'm doing, actually. Getting better with these all day, every day.
Choshi. I'm into PvP.
Oh, really? The community seems actually pretty lovely for the PvP. Yeah, that's what the game always does as well. The one person from Twitch that just earlier came actually helped out, and he's like one of these PvPs, like police people or something like that. These like blue spirits that come to help you. Very nice. It's very, like in a game that is very hardcore and very ruthless, it's good to see this sort of camaraderie, and that's what it always comes out to. PvP is very harsh though. We are not taking part of it, at least right now. I want to win this boss. I simply want to win this boss.
Chosi just spam R1 with a straight sword. Later aim right.
Protective spirit, indeed. Blue people, the police people. I will do that actually. The big volume, now it should be better. Thanks for letting me know. It's, I cannot really hear myself in this. Oh. Ooh! Oh no! It's crazy! Hopefully now it's better, let me know. Best of luck, friend. Just remember, praise the sun, that's what we do. Hey, Atrenever, hello there, good to see you. How's your Dark Souls journey going? Have you been playing it quite a lot? Oh, die! to be careful. Need to be careful. Whoa, 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 whoa! Over 1,000 hours! Well, that's quite something. This is my first time. Well, that was something, yeah. Oh man, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't actually know.
Since you are not using your shield at all against Vought, you should two-hand your weapon.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, actually. No, we were going to do more Dark Souls, but this is kind of a first time, so we shall see where it goes. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. You should shield against Vought. You should, yeah, actually, that is very true. That's very true. So we can just like do this. It does do more damage with that. Let's actually see. Not much, but it does something. So let's try that out. Yeah, I'm not really using the shield, at least for the boss, because I know it's not really doing much. Oh, goddamn. Please, please. Okay, I need to go back. I cannot lose health to those goddamn vermins. Yeah, I'm not the best as a player, so hopefully you don't really mind that. I'm much more used to these sort of slower paced experiences. But of course, get good, as some people say over here.
A to A right. Tip. 200
Oh, that is very nice. So we might actually defeat the creature. I'm actually going to hopefully win after this. If not, I'm going to be doing some level ups with the... Actually, cannot, because I got the souls with the boss over there. That's very nice. But we shall see what it takes us. The boss itself isn't that hard, but I just need to learn the patterns. That's what the masters of this game say. Learn the patterns. Learn how the things go. And once Richard is able to manage that, then he gets pride for his family. But 1,000 hours is actually pretty big. Do you do yourself a lot of PvP? PvP is something I have interest on, because I've seen some of the very hilarious PvP actions over there. There's this sort of battle arena that many people do fight at and such, and it actually, there should be something like a psychology thesis written on the PvP action of the whole Dark Souls, because there's no rules, but still people make their own rules within. Well, hello there, you bastard. Alright. Alright, we're doing so far, Sergey. Yeah, the honor code, it's quite impressive actually. The first phase is alright. Damage hits in! Let's get back. But yeah, the honor code is actually pretty exciting. Like, I was actually very surprised that is the way it is. It is very surprising. Ooh! Oh, no, 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 no. Go out of the way. Alright. The quad is getting excited, at least. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm doing all the mistakes. Okay, last potion. Go in! Oh, goddamn. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It's just very difficult for me, at least right now. Not the easiest. Death 7, not good, not good at all.
Try getting behind him when he starts his first frost attack in second.
I will do that. He will actually stand quite around with that. I will do that. I will win this. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Richard tries.
To shut them down.
I'm gonna try to gank. It's quite frustrating to shut them down. Yeah, actually, it is the sort of the idea that there's these guardian spirits that come to these red spirits, and there's this constant war. And I don't know, is there a flux of new players? But I saw this sort of action that these old players help out the new players, which is quite awesome if you think about it. I wish this whole game could be able to play like with a group all the time instead of just in sort of like instance areas. Because you have to always kind of leave the people once you go to bosses and finish the bosses and such. Of course, that's how the system is built. But I wish it, you know, I would be just able to be with your allies all the time, if you would like to. I don't know if that's even possible.
A to A driver. Tip: when you get to the bottom of the elevator, send it back up for easy reuse if you die.
Ah, very true, very true. Next time? Oh, well, next time won't happen, I tell you. Now I'm prepared for the fight. So first you can get like near it like this. And hit. Close to it. Good. A little bit further now. In and hit. And inside. So it gets crazy. Let's hit a little bit again. Okay, now. Outside of the way. Outside of the way. I'm behind. Behind. Oh no 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 no. God damn that! How can you? Oh no 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 no! Out of the way! No! No! I'm getting closer! I'm getting closer, but goddamn. I was so close.
Choshi.
One mistake. I did do roll towards him in a wrong position. I was very close, yeah. We need to do better. I need to do better. Thanks for being there. It's of course he's not the worst boss, I tell you. Like, there are more difficult ones. I've seen, like, the dancer, I'm going to be waiting for that. That's going to be one I'm going to be really having a hard time. Richard already looks worried, I tell you. Oh, Richard, poor Richard. Oh, it's not easy to be a bastard from a family of English royalty.
Don't be afraid to drink twice in a row. It's faster than taking a break between drinks. Happy smiling.
Okay, I will actually use that, yeah.
Yay, the dance is the most difficult for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what they say, and it looks pretty lovely. The boss, the music and such, it's a very artistically even pleasing to look at. I have two brothers, and both of them are very excited about this game, and they are actually very good. They know their tricks. So I'm just learning my place. One, two, or... So far, so good. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't go far from him. No, 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 no. Woo! Battle better! Better! Now it's time to die for you! Time to die! Oh, no, 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 no! One hit! Yay! 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 Oh, god damn. Thanks, good rolls. We were able to do it! Hooray! Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching over on this side of things. We were able to do it somehow. I think the rolls we actually timed those well. Yes, as Mr. Walrus said over here. Oh yeah, Richard is proud of his achievements, finishing a nasty demon, but his adventures will soon follow. He's yet to achieve greatness in Destiny. But yeah, that is a very good. I suppose we were able to do something right there. The boss is very nasty with its sort of like rushing moves. But we're going to be seeing, of course, much more difficult poses when we move on this point. I think there's another level when we go there. But I think I'm going to be returning to the home base, as we say. Home base calls. Some level ups. Oh, Richard looks very sad person. But hey, oh man. Only 7 deaths so far. As a newcomer, I would say that is alright sum. I don't know actually. How many deaths you would be getting, you know, originally? Do you remember when you got to this point? Let me know. Richard would be very interested to know that fact. But I suppose that is that. Let me just see a few things. Can they actually be auto-save in this sort of game? No, yes, very good. The idea is now that we have been playing for 2 hours and 25 minutes, and we were able to do what I said in the beginning. First 2 bosses are down, and Richard is very proud of that achievement. Unfortunately, today's stream might be over for that side of things, but tomorrow at this same time we're going to be doing another stream. We continue adventure in the dark world of Souls of Dark Souls. Oh, really? So I'm not that bad at all? all!
I
Yay!
guess I died around 10 times on Vought first time.
Oh
last
man,
time.
oh man. I'm not saying I'm very good at this. I'm actually very bad. But I was very surprised we are doing so far good. I think it's because I've seen my brothers play this and I've kind of seen their strategy, so I might have that sort of leeway on that. But hey, that is very good. We're going to be doing another Dark Souls stream at the same time and next tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are going to be seeing, we're going to be seeing you then. I tried to do that we can able to actually do some PvP. I'm able to attack some areas. I think I need to talk to, who is the guy? That person in order to do that, if I remember right. Yeah, that gloomy fella. Fred Progress! Was good to watch, alright, good. Excellent. Thanks for coming, Cushing and Atro River. I wish you all best for today. And let's see, hopefully next time tomorrow, Richard continues his adventures. Goodbye.